Hello, this is Grace talking, also known as Grey Fable. You are listening to the second episode of Arkenmore, D&D Noir. In this podcast, I run my friends through my Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Noir themed setting called Arkenmore. Atop the bones of the monster continent, once the exclusive realm of heroes and adventurers, a new society has been erected. Fueled by changing technology and powerful economics, the city of New Ambrose stands as the crown jewel of the new human empire. This golden era, however, has been tainted by rampant corruption and organized crime. Content warnings for this episode include violence, police brutality, and bigotry towards fantasy species. Now let's begin. Last session. For the very first session of this campaign, we began with a cold opening and a nightmare. Every character found themselves in the cafeteria of the prison facility known as Morgato, within a semblance of a fortress made by shoved tables and chairs, and on the floor around them, dead bodies and viscera. Beyond the tables, zombies and ghouls encroached, hungry for flesh. None of you recalled how you came to be in this situation, but you banded together and fought off the undead creatures until something much larger appeared. An undead giant monster whose ribcage rattled with collected corpses. Carmen bravely stood forward to meet it as Koloth encouraged the others to flee. But then, a dark, swirling vortex emanated from the creature, and you all watched as Carmen's life force was rended from her body. Just in that moment, everyone's vision faded, and you all awoke in your individual cells, alive but shaken. Despite the terrors of the night, you proceeded through your morning rituals. The prison guards came and collected everyone for a quote-unquote special breakfast, back in the very same cafeteria from your dream. As y'all spotted each other from the previous night's vision, the warden announced that a shipment of food had been stolen. He encouraged anyone with information to step forward and announced that breakfast today would be cancelled, and that likewise, moving forward each day, prisoners would receive one fewer meal. With this grim news, coupled with the intimation that food might be available for any willing to snitch, all prisoners at the facility were escorted to the recreations yard for their daily supervised outdoor activities. The tension palpable on all of the prisoners. Anything else y'all would like to add?
Just to confirm, did the spells that we cast in the dream, count as having gone away? Or do we have
It was
those?
a long rest. We have them.
There was a long rest in between them? Okay.
Yeah, indeed. You have... Every resource expended was, you got sent back to you upon waking, as well as all of your wounds, having vanished from that dream.
Yeah.
Very good.
And just real quick, since this is just the second session, you guys all mind just quickly introducing yourselves with your preferred name and the name of your character with a very brief description?
Sure. Who wants to go first? Okay, I can. Oh, wait, Trent was muted. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I'm Birdie, or Bird. I am currently playing Carmen, a human paladin, and excited to see what Grace has next in store for us.
Thank you, Bird.
Yeah, I'll go. I'm Trent. I play Edward Alexander Carter. I am the la-di-da, yeah. I'm playing the runaway gambler, warlock.
Wonderful. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess I can go. I am Tyler, and I am playing Koloth, is the honorable hobgoblin. I'm not going to describe him as a revolutionary because, but the government here is wrong.
Okay, you are also a refugee from a revolution in your home country.
Yeah.
So I think it's worth saying that you are not a revolutionary. You might be the opposite of that, but go on.
Yes. So I was joking a little bit with that.
The White Russian revolutionary.
Right. I mean, the old monarchist who's sharing those sentiments with a metropolitan area.
And
I am Specs playing Maya, half-elf ranger, who totally did nothing wrong.
Maya, you killed people.
Nothing wrong.
Oh yeah.
Plural.
The number of people she killed is arguable. Alright, then last but not least.
I'm Dan. I'm playing Callum, a halfling druid that is very far from home. And in somewhat negative material conditions at this time.
Alright. And so, all of you, as well as Koloth, cellmate, Hugh Gilt, G-I-L-T, have now been escorted with the rest of the prisoners out into the recreations yard. And here's where we start with y'all standing amongst this tilled field that's still full of rubble. And behind it lie the sharp stones and the cold, gray expanse of sea ever churning. And the hunger, the discontent, is playing on the faces of all the convicts around you. What
this is
you
fun.
all do?
Well, there was a lot of very awkward eye contacts last time.
Yes.
And also, Callum is literally a bear, spiritually.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's height-wise, he's the thing in this yard who's the most removed from a bear.
And yet, my eyes don't lie.
And to be clear, you guys had a lot of awkward eye contact. I couldn't see shit in that line.
Yeah.
Edward, what's going on? I can't see shit. Are we still like manacled? Like in the yard?
What aspirations of freedom are we given while in the yard?
Here's the thing, yes. So most of y'all are just being closely supervised by the corrections officers, not the casters. The casters have to do the recreations while still manacled, and they are escorted by a corrections officer who's wearing a null gas machine, like kind of strapped to their back like a backpack, who's staying close enough to them that the effects of the gas should hopefully still, barring the sharp wind, nullify any attempts to cast magic.
Interesting.
There are certainly a lot of strange goings-on this morning, but Koloth would find a place closer to a wall to exercise, and then let Hugh know that he unfortunately does not have the freedom to pursue those leads at this time, due to the situation with that Hunt character earlier.
Oh.
It's important that he maintain situational awareness.
Koloth, you're keeping your eyes on the man who has been a thorn in your side since your arrival at the facility, Randall Hunt. As you're very aware, is the leader of the Blood Hunters prison gang, a human supremacist gang. He and a bunch of his goons have gathered somewhat nearby where they work out equipment is. Most of them have their backs towards you as they seem to be talking in a circle, and you get an occasional glance.
Koloth is relying on his attempt to shield him at this time, so they are not being acknowledged. But you just want to be aware.
Yeah, from what I remember, it is very much kind of a powder keg right now. with regards to that, did Specs just leave? Oh. No, she came back.
Her camera, like, if she moves in a certain way, like my hand, she quickly becomes these.
Ghost hands.
Ghost Specs.
That's why they call them Edward Ghost Hands.
Yeah, that's my prison name, Ghost Hands.
You don't want to know how I got that name. What's the name of the human supremacist gang?
Blood Hunters.
Yeah, the Blood Hunters.
Blood Hunters. Okay.
Yeah, I'm writing that down.
Carmen, go ahead, Trent.
No. Yeah, go ahead and finish your thought, and I'll jump in once it's done.
Fair. Carmen would look to Maya, who had been very much the person doing most of the egregious prolonged eye contact, and would say, now that they are outside and at least relatively in more open air and less likely to be listened in upon, what was all that about? And why do you know? What fucking dream did you have last night?
I dreamed that there were things, and I stabbed them. And then you died.
Huh. And they were there.
And they were there, yeah.
Huh. Grace, are
Yes.
the Arcane Ward's population permitted to talk with inmates from outside of the Arcane Ward?
There is no rule against it. They tend to be shunned because they're more isolated and because there is a bit of a stigma against being a caster.
Mm-hmm.
Especially depending on what you were convicted of. Certain kinds of magic are, well, considered to be quite gauche. But even though it's odd for prisoners to mingle with the casters, it's not, there's no rule.
Yeah. Just, it might raise a few eyebrows. Carmen doesn't care about that. We would, after glancing over to Maya, would head over to Edward?
Alright, Maya, another strange thing happens when you approach Edward.
Maya or Carmen? Just make sure.
Sorry, yeah, Carmen. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Carmen. When you approach Edward, something strange happens once again, somewhat similar to when you were looking at Callum. You approach this quite a tall, rather, lithe, handsome-looking young man. As you do so, you see suddenly, even through the silvery violet haze of the null gas that's around them right now, you start to see some kind of distortion. It's weird. It almost reminds you of if you're looking on a projected screen and you get some static or distortion. It lasts for a few moments as you approach, then it blinks away.
This woman is directly coming up to you, but even so, there would be not even a full second, half-second pause with a head tilt, a squinting of the eyes before she does approach you.
And before you approach us, Edward's gonna turn and look down at Callum. So, as we discussed before, who do you think we should talk to first?
Kind of scoping out the ones that he can see now. Well, the humans are likely to be more sympathetic to us, eh?
I suppose. I haven't gotten a good read on anyone else here, considering... Yeah. Oh, He's gonna note Carmen, who's approaching him. I think someone
Someone died.
Yeah.
Maya, you're not staying alone, right? You're coming with, right?
Maya is actually going to use this chance.
Oh, are you going
to
Simon?
to sneak off towards our hobgoblin friend.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
There's a moment where Carmen's like, wait, and then she's just like, scan, identify where Maya is, nod, keep going forward towards the bullies.
And you approach your steps, and I imagine your expression filled with purpose. When you're when it's quite clear, your intentions are quite clear. Edward's going to kind of break the silence. Let me guess, you had a dream.
Yeah. You also, I'm guessing.
Yeah. This may sound unusual. Forgive me if it sounds unpleasant. Did you die in your dream?
There's a pause, a blink. Did you cast something that caused that? And there's mild anger when she says that.
I did not attack you. I had nothing to do with that. It was a large creature.
Yeah, the large creature. Gaze flicks over to Callum, flicks back. The other one. The bigger one.
Distinctly dead-looking one. Yeah.
Why are we beating around the bush about this? An undead killed you.
Yeah.
Dark magic.
So you know about that.
I saw it.
We all...
What else do you know about it?
I know that foul magic can wake the dead and make things like that. Never
There's a
seen it
blank.
myself, but
More. There was an apprehensiveness when Callum says foul magic. It's like, oh, mild releasing of tension of shoulders.
it's a corruption of spirit, interfering with the natural order.
Yeah, what he said.
Such beasts are to be burned.
Well, we can agree on that at least.
Oh.
Why? Were we sharing a nightmare?
I couldn't say. It wasn't my spell.
And honestly,
you two
I
are
was...
the ones that know. Well, y'all are the ones with the manacles on.
Holds his hands up and
Yeah. Then we still have them on. This has... We weren't behind whatever that was.
No. And you don't know. There's a pause. You have no idea regarding how or what could be behind it, what force, anything like that.
No, but things have been increasingly becoming strange here, haven't they?
Flick to the growing human racist gang, and then another flick toward wherever oh god, what are they called? What is the Lordoon? Where I'm inevitably guessing they're also going to start congregating somewhere.
Carmen, you see various orcs congregated around the gym equipment. You see Creed is pumping iron. You catch her eye.
Oh
She
god, we don't want to
grins
catch her eye.
and winks at you.
Anyway.
Edward, kind of spies this exchange. Friend of yours.
No. cell block mate. Guessing you also have some. Well,
With
you probably
limited,
have more weirdos than we do.
by virtue of magic, I suppose. But it's been pleasant enough. Isn't that right, Caleb?
You'd be surprised. Other than the weirdo up at the top of the tower, it's mostly just bad gamblers.
Weirdo at the top of the tower.
Yeah. We don't see him. He gets his own special visitation. His own special room.
Grace,
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Going by where the woman's ward is versus where the arcane ward is,
Yes.
where is this tower located? Because we remember that Simon the Rat or Simon the Mouse? Specs.
Simon is a rat.
Simon the Rat. Simon the Rat said that he smelled blood to the, oh gosh, let me pull it up. Too many documents. He smelled blood in a particular location. If someone else could find that, because I am failing miserably.
Simon the Rat has heard voices down in the dungeon, specifically where the isolation ward is. They've also been smelling blood.
Do we know, has he been smelling blood in the dungeon?
That was that seemed to be what Simon meant to say.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was two separate instances or one combined instance of fuck.
Well, yeah.
But that's the basement. That's interesting.
And the women's ward is in the west hall, and
Okay.
the anti-arcane ward is in the north tower.
Okay, so Carmen would look confused for a minute and would say, how many of y'all's have ever gotten put in the isolation ward? They
Kind of isolated ourselves. We don't, unless we really act out. He shakes the manacles. Kind of hard to do that where we're situated.
Most of us aren't particularly physically intimidating. It's like looking up and down.
fair.
Lacking the ability to cast,
Oh.
powerless.
Yeah.
No. Intimidating. Funny. Interesting.
What's your name?
Oh. Carmen, yours?
Callum. I'll hold out a manacled hand. I
Maybe
guess
a
up
pause
to you.
and she would take it. Her grip is strong and callous, even here. You,
His
look out for yourself.
This is not. Edward.
She actually would have paused and been like,
His hands are worn, but his grip is not strong.
No.
Edward.
Certainly not from your perspective.
Edward in turn would offer his own manacled hand. It's okay.
oh, it's so fucking bony ass smooth.
Edward Alexander Carter. The pleasure.
Ed, good to meet you. She's decidedly a little more awkward around you than Callum, surprisingly.
Ooh.
What you mentioned, Spirite, and this is directed towards Callum. What magic did you practice?
Not much point in hiding it, I suppose. Commune with spirits of the earth. Take my power from the wind, the moon, the stars.
There's
Energy not perverted, but processed. Natural. What about you?
I don't have powers. That's why I don't have manacles.
You lie well.
There's almost a coyness there.
Yeah, that's I don't even think there's a reason for you to try to like. Rule
No,
exception.
she's not attempting to bluff. She's just bluffing because there are guards around.
Yeah.
Where's your friend?
Getting herself into trouble, let's be real. Oh, she's talking to the hob.
And that's a
Alright then.
good point to like. So, Koloth, as you are kind of doing your secondary morning exercises, because you already did some before leaving your cell, and keeping an eye on your enemies, your cellmate Guilt kind of sighs along with you and says, "Well, boy, I tell you, could you really use a drink right now?" Kind of like wipes some sweat off his brow, looks over. Mr. Koloth, those dames you was talking about this morning. Well, one of them is approaching us right now, and kind of lowers his hand. Hard to, you might find this one hard to swallow, friend, but I think I saw her in my dream too. As he looks over and gives Maya kind of a slightly awestruck look as she approaches.
We shouldn't give too much away. When she gets like within a basically earshot, he'll kind of snap to her direction and ask as pointedly as he can, pulling himself up to his full size. You were staring at me earlier. Are you one of Hunt's?
She tucks some hair behind her ear. You know, I don't think they'd let me in.
She shows off the points.
He's been dumber.
That's fair.
You were staring earlier, openly. That's pretty dangerous in a place like this.
You know, that's what my cellmate keeps saying, but I've yet to actually have it matter too much.
Feels like, oh.
Your cellmate keeps beating them up.
Nice to meet you, young lady. Name's Guilt. Hugh Guilt. Private Eye. He extends like a hand towards you.
She, gingerly takes it. So, what are you guilty of?
He gives you like a firm but, very friendly kind of shake. Many things, my dear. Many things, but there's one that they got me for that I'm plumb innocent for. I'm sure you have a similar tale yourself.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Right, as I was saying.
At that, Koloth raises an eyebrow, and then he says, "You may call me Koloth, and you have the deepest empathy from myself. I was also falsely accused on one of my charges."
Seems to be going around, doesn't it?
It is a sign of the illness of this system. And then he moves kind of closer to the wall that he had behind his back to make sure he looks over at where the blood hunters were. You didn't answer our question earlier.
The question of staring?
Just like, you're very insightful. His eyes are showing exasperation, but the rest of his body isn't saying anything.
Now, Mr. Cole,
You know,
you were doing plenty of staring yourself, if I recall correctly.
yes,
Well, I
you
know
were
my
staring
reason.
back. So what's your reason?
I'm unsure of a polite way to say it at this time.
I mean, we don't exactly need politeness out here. Say it the impolite way.
I thought I recognized you, and the stare caught my attention.
I hate to tell you, but I thought I had recognized you as well.
He's very clearly selecting his words. Do you mind sharing some of the circumstances for your recollection? In truth, I can't remember a time in the waking day I've seen you.
It's interesting that you phrase it as such.
I don't mean to prime you anyway.
I fear I did not sleep well last night. What about you?
We can't both be coy. Guilt and I had a dream that you happened to be in. Our dreams had the same description, and I recognized your face, and there weren't very many faces to recognize.
Did a lot of stabbing, didn't I?
That I can remember. Most of it you spent under a table, from what I can tell.
I mean, gotta take cover, don't you?
This stresses disbelief. Guilt. We should do some kind of test. What's the last thing you remember before you woke up?
Well,
No, not you, her.
Oh, well. I'll keep my answer to myself then. I do like your, investigative approach to this, Mr. Koloth, but please, proceed, Miss Maya.
The last thing I remember was my cellmate, experiencing some rather unfortunate circumstances.
Your cellmate was the woman standing beside you earlier?
Yes.
His face, kind of twitches, a whole side of it for a second in clear discomfort. And then, he says, we should speak in more detail. That matches the end of mine, and it matches with Guilt's. And if that's 4 people having the same dream, I doubt it's coincidence. And with the gas, I doubt it's them.
Now, I wouldn't rule out any possibilities thoroughly, Mr. Koloth.
Understood. Your trade is different than what I'm used to, so I'll defer to you in this case.
I always find it useful to start as broad as I can and narrow things down to the most likely scenario.
Let's narrow them down to a place I don't have to worry about those.
Mr. Guilt, what do you think the most likely scenario is?
Well, as you saw fit to bring up, clearly what we experienced must have been something of an arcane nature. Thus, my first culprits would of course be those capable of magical casting. Now granted, this facility does stylize itself as being locked down, tight, impenetrable even to those with arcane gifts. But none of us here are familiar with those 2 gentlemen or are the ones keeping an eye on them all day or all night. Of course, them being in the dream themselves, they are just as likely to be victims of whatever sort of bizarre strange accosment that we've undergone.
Mr. Gilt, exactly what did you do on the outside?
Well, as I said, I'm a private investigator. I made a bit of a name for myself. Well, before the last few years have not been quite so good to me. He kind of laughs off a little bit as he looks to the side.
Assuming the gas is doing its job, do you think that there's anything else that could have caused it?
I am working on a theory, and I'm loath to present my case too soon. Like I said, I'd like to start broad, start asking questions.
I'm not. One of the openings could be a member of staff. Any of them could have magical gifts that are less monitored. And it's quite clear that none of Gozar's wisdom has made it to this place. They can't even keep prisoners fed. I wouldn't put it past them to have guards acting beyond their instructions.
That's very true, Mr. Koloth. Quite astute.
He glances back over at Hunt and his gang.
What we are missing still is a motive. Why would someone inflict this on us? Us individuals all, how many was there? 6? Total? Why us?
You're an
May not have
investigator.
been intentional.
Oh,
Intriguing. He seems to mull that over. And in that kind of gap, I'd like to, it's alright, quickly pivot back to, as y'all are kind of hashing this out together, to Callum. Now, Callum, you always, of course, enjoy, the recreations yard, getting a breath of fresh air in the outdoors when you can. Today does feel a little bit different, though. Your senses are weirdly sharp, almost as if part of you was still in bestial form. All the mingling scents of the sea, the dirt beneath your feet, and the withering plants are all in this weirdly stark focus today. And you get a strange sensation like tingling on the back of your neck, kind of that sixth sense going on. And you look over to the rocky outcropping closer to the shore, and something catches your eye. There's this kind of glimmering white light, almost like a touch of moonlight. As you look over to it, you see that it's a waving branch on a very small withered willow tree. It has one branch extended out, though the rest of it looks dead and desiccated. This one branch stretching out, waving in the breeze, has fresh green leaves on it.
Just like if Callum or if Edward and Carmen are still talking, it would become clear that Callum's gaze is kind of trained off on this outcropping past the walls, where this tree stands.
Is it past the walls, or is the tree past the walls, but the branch is interior?
It's not.
I read that it
walls.
was it is or is not. Sorry.
It's not.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Does this branch look strikingly similar to what Callum was holding in the dream?
It indeed does.
I need to get that.
Yeah,
Pass the
Edward's. Yeah, Edward's gaze is gonna drift over, and his eyes are gonna linger on that branch as well.
There's a pause, and Carmen's gaze is going to flick to wherever the person holding the null gas is, and then back to Callum.
How closely are they actually monitoring us? Like, are they like right on us, or is it like how many guards are there per casters?
Every guard has a handful of casters. Yours is kind of idling by. I'm assuming you guys are keeping your voices low enough so that
Yes.
other people, including guards, are not necessarily listening in.
Yeah.
The guard that is holding the null gas that's affecting you right now is kind of has their gaze looking up over the walls. They look kind of spaced out.
He'll look to you, Carmen. He'll
Already
say,
on it.
do a lot of favor.
Hate it.
Make it worth your while later.
Carmen, this may seem odd. The dream. I think, and this is unsubstantiated, I think it's something that is yet to come about.
There's a pause as she looks at you, and she'll say, "Look out for the basement."
The
And
basement.
look to the guards. Guards are the ones that have been changing. At least ours have. Not sure about yours. Not sure about why.
I'll keep that in mind. And
And then she will.
if we're doling out warnings, if we should ever come upon that scene again, do not face that creature.
You know, I hope none of us do. Let me go get the stamp branch.
You should speak some things into being, Edward. It's bad luck.
Keep your dreams to yourself, Mr. Oh God, you had 3 different names. Goldr's name.
Edward, Carter, whatever you prefer. Whatever's more comfortable for you.
That's a good one. And then she'll wander away.
All right.
Callum, when I saw that branch, everything's falling into place. We're going through the steps, we're going through the motions. That dream's gonna happen.
I'm awful convinced for someone who was normal a year ago.
My perception of normal has been quickly warped and twisted. Even before I was arrested.
Callum, squats down in so much as he can and takes a handful of earth in his palm and rubs it between his fingers. And Edward, you would know that he looks much more tense than he normally does when we're doing our yard visits. He is kind of keyed up. He's kind of not ever staring in one place for too long. And if you're paying attention, he's muttering something. You can't make out the words. It's not a language you would have heard, but it almost sounds like a prayer. The words kind of if you focus on them and try to make them out, they almost turn into it almost sounds like a field ruffling in the wind, or leaves being rustled. It's not a spell, but a prayer.
That's just what old Irish sounds like.
Caitlin, you seem more on edge than usual. It's the dream. Is it what we're both expecting to come to pass?
Carmen, she was right about the blood. but it's not just in the basement. Everybody here's tensed up, ready to explode.
It's almost as if everyone... Yes.
This phone end well.
No. We're on edge. Everyone's on edge, as if everyone has seen something, everyone's expecting something. Maybe it's just the lack of food, maybe it's the complete breakdown of whatever is going on here, but it's all coming ahead, and well, you saw those creatures. I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Well, if something breaks really bad, I've got one trick up my sleeve. I think I can dispel the gas for at least a little while. It's like very, very low. Keep on your toes.
Those are not my concern. Well, I guess it's only a matter of time until it finds me.
Callum will open his palm up and turn his into the side, and the earth will fall back to the ground. We'll figure something out. I'm sure of it.
As am I.
Carmen,
Sorry, Grace, go ahead.
you are moving past across the yard to where the willow branch is at.
So we are actually going to go get Maya.
Okay.
Because sneaking a willow branch, even one that is of Callum size, is going to be difficult. So we would go to where Maya is.
Now, so granted, this isn't like a whole ass walking stick or anything.
Oh, but I'm still thinking like it's like wand size, right?
Yes.
With legitimate leaves.
Yes.
Does Carmen think that she would be able to put that somewhere? Actually, no, I'm being silly. Does Carmen think a rat would be able to drag something like that into the interior of the prison?
It might be able to. Wouldn't be easy.
Yeah, we go back. We're going to Maya.
All right.
Unless, is there any sort of eyes on the area
Where
of the tree branch?
So where the tree branch is at it's still within your radius. It's on the far end of the yard where it turns into sharp rocks, and then it's the shore, and the branch is sticking out of the area where the sharp rocks are at, and there is fencing on either side, but forward you could just keep going into the rocks. You'd probably, if you kept going into the rocks, you'd probably get stopped by a guard, but they're not super concerned because A, the rocks are hostile already.
Makes sense.
The ocean itself is cold, and you cannot exactly swim to safety or to freedom from there if you want to give it a try.
Valid. Then yeah, no, we might actually approach the branch because we probably need to get it off the tree before we even try to get it snuck in. Actually, Grace, like, if we were able, so there's the rocks and then there's the water, correct? We don't get any like ocean spray?
Yes.
Ah, pity. Carmen would just take a moment, feel both the sea breeze on her face as well as the rays of the sun before looking to the branch, and can she reach it? Would it be easy to reach, I should ask?
It might be a little precarious, but you should be able to reach it.
Then she would just snap it off,
Alright.
in as much as she is able.
You approach the tree.
Yeah.
You are carefully walking around to where the rocks are starting. They're kind of large and jagged. You reach forward towards this tree to where the single branch is sticking out, waving in the breeze. You get a grasp on it, and just as you're about to snap it off, you get a sensation, like a cold burn, give your hand, and chills up your spine. And just as soon as it starts, it stops. And there's a pause. And you could swear you could hear, maybe it's one of the inmates, but you could hear in the distance the sound of a male voice chuckling.
There's an immediate pause, a downturning of her lips, almost a grimace, before she grabs it, twirls it between her fingers. And do we have pockets?
No.
Can it fit in a pocket?
No,
No.
You're not,
I don't think we would have pockets, but it's mine now.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Sleeves.
Yeah.
We have short sleeves. That's the issue.
Stick it in your waistband.
Nah, we're a woman. We know where to stick it. Nature's pocket.
All right,
Let's go.
Be more specific when you say that.
Fair. Not the downward one. And then we're going to go make sure that Maya isn't dead.
That's what I thought, but yeah. As you are kind of furtively putting a branch down your
Just like, yeah, tuck it.
yeah, your neckline there, the guard kind of calls out to you like, "Hey, stay away from the water. It's dangerous."
Already on it, boss. Appreciate it.
Gives you
And then
like
we
a
walk away.
half-hearted glare as he watches to make sure you're returning.
He a new one?
The guard?
Hmm.
I mean, you've seen this mug before, maybe a couple times. You don't interact with the male guards as often because they don't work in the women's ward, but yeah, you've seen him.
Bless you, Grace. Thank you for that.
Of course.
But yeah, no, okay. So he has been around. That's good. At least the guard turnover isn't that large. And then we would go attempt to find Maya.
All right.
Are you making friends?
I don't know why you would say it like that.
Shrug. I'm tired and hungry and not in the best of moods.
I'm sure that Mr. Guilt over here is tired and hungry, and Mr. Koloth over here is tired and hungry.
And we have something to bond over.
You may just call me Koloth.
Alright. Koloth. Guilt?
Oh, hello there. Guilt. Hugh Guilt. He extends a hand to you.
There's a nod. We don't take the hand. But we
Kinda
would
nods
then
back
look
and
to
tracks it.
Maya.
You know, my friends over here had some rather interesting dreams last night.
Oh. Truly.
If you experienced it the same way as I, you're quite brave.
That's one way to call it. The other way is this one here didn't decide to run fast enough.
In the future, it may be to your benefit to pay more attention to the advice I'm providing. I don't do it for my sake.
In the future, I hope not fight something like that. But If it is my life, or another's, I'll do with mine as I see fit. But I appreciate the advice, Koloth.
Now, before we leave you, I don't suppose there's any chance that either of you have been down to the isolation ward, is there?
We spent some time there. What do you need to know? I wouldn't recommend it.
Tell me everything.
That's difficult. There's not much, but it amounts to quite a bit. The days are long. The floor is cold. There is no bedding. They do not clean the pots. What else? Little food. They skip days. Sometimes several.
And also, Koloth, depending on the tide, water leaks into your cell.
There's seawater, so you have to be careful where you lay at night. But it does help you keep track of time, if that's what you're interested in.
When was the last time you were down there?
Not recently. The first few weeks that I spent in these accommodations were spent in the ward.
Any smells?
Smells? Yes. It's not cleaned often, and the cells are full.
Any unusual smells?
That was unusual for me.
She's looking for blood.
Well, certainly there's plenty of that.
Enough for it to be
But-
distinct?
I can't promise whether it was my own or someone else's, considering the conditions. I'm told it was a month long before I was taken out.
Did you hear anything else notable while you were down there?
A month in a small cell with only the tide to mark the changing of days, you hear things. I cannot speak to the veracity of any of them.
It may be important.
Grace, Koloth will think long and hard about his time in the isolation ward. A very unpleasant thing. Is there anything that he's absolutely sure he didn't hallucinate?
Well, mostly time spent in isolation ward is time spent with your own minds. You mostly went through your memories, your past life. Sometimes you heard members of your family, specifically of Koloth speaking to you commandingly. Then you roused yourself and realized you were once again alone.
I remember much. Sounds of the birds in the place of my childhood. The words of my family. Shouts that I know couldn't have been real. Perhaps borrowed from prior experiences. None of them pleasant. But nothing that I can guarantee would be relevant to you. not a time for sensing.
I suppose that's understandable.
It's not a time for sensing, it's a time for preparation. The lad's over there. And she'll mildly give an inclination of her head over to...
Edward is not hiding the fact that he's staring at you all.
And the small one. Think that this is a precognition of some variety. I trust their idea of it more than my own. They are the weird ones.
Callum, I'm glad we're the only normal ones here.
Seriously.
Truth, the Gazara speak little of the arcane, so I'm inclined to, or rather forced to, rely upon all of your judgment.
Currently, we don't have anything. We're going to be looking for it. Keep an eye out for any of the items that you saw us wielding.
I suppose we could get our clubs from any guard. I've counted several that seem weaker than the others. And Koloth will indicate the ones that he thinks would be the easiest to overpower if the time comes.
He would note, Carmen doesn't say anything, but her eyes trail from one guard to the next the moment that he's like, these are weak. Understand.
You can see it in Diaz's stance that he's never used the thing for anything but his own pleasure, torturing the other inmates.
There's a pause. The glance more critical. God damn, he's wielding it in his offhand. Okay.
And that one is on Hunt's payroll, so he can't be competent.
There's actually a laugh there. Fair. Anyway,
Carmen,
just keep an eye out.
your laugh attracts company.
Oh God, she's back.
Do you hear the voice, Carmen? Carmen?
What do you want?
And you see Creed, Callum Creed, with several of her cronies. They drop the sets they're working out with, except for one who's still holding a dumbbell in her hand. She approaches. Why, Carmen, you making friends with Hobbs now?
Make friends with who I please, especially when they're talking shit about Hunt.
Ha! Yeah, speaking of Hunt. Carmen, you and I, we could make a good team. Things are about to get hard around here. You're either with a group or you're vulnerable. I'm going to give you my offer again.
I'm going to refuse it, just as I did before.
Carmen, we can use as many as we can. We need those who are strong to survive.
Then focus on your own, currently. Shit's going down.
You want to eat, don't you?
I've survived without food before. We both have.
Her eyes pass over Maya, and then Guilt, Breed. There's a very obvious look of derisement as that she exposes a tusk. She looks over to Koloth. Now you, Hob, we've had our eyes on you for some time now. You're a difficult one. Shit's about to go down, though. You want to move with the herd or against it?
An invitation. I'm sure you're unfamiliar with my people, but the Gazara are not allowed to bow to any other. Your concern is noted and appreciated, but I've already located at least one goblin of my own, and it has pierced several of the bugbears, so I should be alright.
You're saying you have your own clan in here.
And I, again, appreciate your interest as leader of your own. I will remember the respect you've paid to me. Koloth is being as conciliatory as he can while still acknowledging his own position. Because after all, I mean, he owns guilt, clearly.
Yeah. Make a persuasion roll.
Okay, so I have great news here.
Oh.
Koloth is an exceptional student of the art of war with a commanding presence. So I am going to... my long rest didn't reset my...
Rip. New day, new day.
Okay. Just please remember that I'm adding my 1d6 to this roll.
I believe...
Alright, so that's a 9.
Not
so
bad!
5 on your fighter dice for a total of 18 if you add your proficiency in charisma. That is a good roll.
Well, Koloth is familiar with interacting with forceful leaders.
And it shows here. It absolutely shows, as you can kind of see her stance before it was kind of leaned forward, make herself big and aggressive. She, as you're talking, she kind of leans back and folds her arms a bit, kind of nods. Have it your way, Hob. I hope that you and your kind make it through what's going to come. Could always use a few honorable warriors around. Not a lot of those in a dump like this.
In that, I have some knowledge. I would recommend following our lead when things go wrong.
She laughs, throwing off her tusks. Well, that's a bit of a stretch right there. You see, the Lord Un, people pretend that we don't, but we run this place. You know why? That was no rhetorical question, Hob.
Carmen just like, this is freaking known because they're the strongest of the group.
I have it on good authority that the warriors you've selected are quite strong.
It's because no matter how many times they might beat us, our backs do not bend. No matter how many times they might strike us, we will not stay down. No matter how many words of disgrace they fling our way, they cannot sully our spirits. Though we are dishonored, we will rise again. We have what these humans cannot fathom. And I think that you understand what I mean, Hob.
I do. Gozar himself would recognize your resolve.
And just as you are she's finishing that short speech, you hear commotion going on not too far from behind you. As you look over and you
Here
see
they come.
several humans have surrounded an orc. And they have started pushing on him. You hear a word shouting like, "What do you do with the food, huh? Come on, you green skin, what do you do with the food?" As they are pushing this person back and forth. As more of the Lord of Oon start to rise and answer this call to violence, and the two groups start to mingle, and you look over to the guards watching. You all have seen these fights before, the way they break out. Usually, it's a show of force to get as many blows in as you can before the guards break you up forcibly. Some of you have even participated in this, perhaps.
Oh yeah.
But today, the guards seem to be standing back, observing. As a fight breaks out, and Creed grins. And here it begins, she says, rolling up her sleeves as she dives in to the chaos, to the mingling bodies bouncing off of each other. Fists begin to fly, and as they do, Koloth, you are approached by a very familiar figure. Randall Hunt, breaking up from the crowd. He is stalking you quietly, and he takes out a shiv.
What? Are there anything that could be utilized as a weapon nearby?
Carmen, I'm glad you asked that. There are dumbbells.
Close fucking enough. His attention is on Koloth, and we're just going to reach down.
Yeah.
Because we know how this goes.
Koloth, for his part, is trying to place his arms in a way that will cover his more vital spots, and will speak to Hunt as he's approaching.
Maya makes herself small and does her best to blend in.
Oh yeah, no. Once we get the dumbbell, Carmen is immediately going to wherever Maya is. So long as it's not too far away from Koloth.
No, she's clearly intending to attack Randall.
We love it. Good princess.
I want that shiv.
God damn it, Maya!
What's wrong? He says to you, Koloth. Too shy to join in on the action? He gets a shiv ready to strike.
Oh, Jesus.
I owe you one, hobby, he says, as he comes in.
I'm merely impressed by how wrong I could be. I thought you were smarter than this, somehow.
Alright. So, I'm going to set some things up real quick.
He separated himself from his group.
Separated himself from his group when there's like 4 of us here. It's like,
Alright.
okay.
keep in mind, you guys have not been buddies before.
No, not even remotely.
This will be a surprise to him if you intervene.
Yeah, you guys were just about to beat up a hobgoblin as far as he can tell. Especially because one of you is a human.
Yes. Alright, where is my...
Trent just giggling about how I'm gonna get stabbed to death in a second. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, no, look, I feel for you for a lot. Like, I'm like in the background shaking my manacles, like I can't do anything here.
Hey, aren't those the guys from our dream? Is that who gonna stab them to death?
Oh my god, race war?
Race war?
In my prison? It's more likely than you think.
I think the Hobbs with the orcs.
Yeah,
Which makes a
y'all
whole
have-
lot of sense because the humans are only with the humans.
Yeah, y'all have fun with that.
Shakes manacles, looks at guard who's ready to gas us.
Looks like guard who's just watching the fight, TM.
Yeah, well, actually, let me look at my spells.
It is incredibly worrisome, by the way.
Yeah, but they're
Guards
just like,
want us to thin ourselves out.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, fuck, really?
I'm curious if the guards that are set on the magic users do anything like differently here.
Yeah.
Only one way to find out. I'm gonna see how like if this fight goes, like Edward's gonna kind of test his boundaries. What can I and cannot do here? Because he's still getting a feel for his magic.
I am going to go ahead and bring y'all to a map.
Sounds good.
Just so you guys know, this map is large. You're only going to be using a corner of the map at the moment. The rest of it
Future map.
is just, you'll see there's a bunch of people in the corner. There's people everywhere. I just didn't put tokens out for them.
And look,
Alright.
all things, it's fine. Oh my.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
Oh damn. Oh damn. You yeah. All right.
Most people only use 10% of their map.
I'm presuming the blue stone is the wall.
The blue stone is a bit of a landmark that's there. It's not the wall. You'll see there is the borders around you to the south of the map is where there's the facility itself. There's fencing on the west and east side, and beyond that you'll see is the rocks and the sea. There is fencing to the north there. That's just a little fencing that they use to play softball with. The east side
Oh yeah, when we
is
get to actually have good times.
in the east side, you'll see a running track and a couple tables with some games. But we are focused on the lower left side, or the southwest side of the map, where the exercise equipment is at and where this fight is broken out.
So is the fight going on like throughout the courtyard? Or is it just in this particular area?
So the fight is going on throughout the courtyard, but this is where it's most concentrated right now.
Got it.
All right. Would like you all to add yourselves to the initiative.
Can do.
We're kind of fast, aren't we?
Well, some of us are.
Damn, look at that correction, officer.
Classic Dan.
You know,
Hate to see it.
with these two, that checks out.
Yeah, it doesn't look. We're on the outside looking in.
Y'all are gonna beat this guy to death.
Yeah.
No, we are definitely not. I do not want to go back to solitary. That is the reason why I still breathe.
Oh, you're going back to solitary either way, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it weren't for the isolation ward, I would have slaughtered you.
Okay. And with that,
Oh, hell yeah.
combat will begin
Blue House Boogie.
with Carmen. You are now situated next to the workout equipment because you have just grabbed yourself a dumbbell. Let me put it in your sheet real quick. 1 second.
Hell yeah. Appreciate it, boss.
Yeah, of course. There you go. It's an improvised weapon, but it will do some
I need to check
damage,
it.
that's for certain.
Thing. So I'm not proficient in it, but does it qualify as a simple weapon?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. That's what I needed to know.
A paladin from a past campaign that I played was in a very similar situation. That's how I know.
Does it qualify as what I needed to qualify as? Carmen is, I cannot take actions. The game is currently paused.
There you go.
Thank you. We are going to casually but purposefully stroll over here. Now we're going to look to Hunt, raise an eyebrow and say, I was talking to him first. And I'm going to ready. Or wait. Yeah, I'm going to ready. Actually, no, I'm not because I need that reaction. So that is going to be my turn.
As you do this, Hunt, honing in, looks at you with surprise. Eyebrows raised. What? You got yourself a girlfriend, huh?
No.
He starts talking, so Koloth steps in while his eyes are in the other direction
Yes, it is your
and does his best to trip the man. So I'm gonna use an ability here.
Okay, you made an athletics check. This is an unarmed trip attempt.
Yes. I'm also going to be using Fortune from the Legion to add 3 to it.
Alright.
Oh.
You see, I just claimed 2 people for my Gazara, so that's 3.
Alright, so that hits. So he is going to make a saving throw against being knocked prone. And it's going to be 8 plus your strength plus proficiency modifier.
Mhm.
And he is going to choose blah blah blah. It's going to be for him it's going to be strength.
Get on the ground.
Alright.
Once he hits the ground, Koloth immediately grapples him to hold him in place. So he doesn't get to swing his knife around.
So you knocked him prone. You cannot grapple at the same time.
I totally can.
Oh, action surge. Lamau.
Okay. Like you make another unarmed attack then to attempt to grapple after you action surge.
Listen. It's an armed attack, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
You are proficient, so it's just going to be like strength attack.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I natural base weapon, simple melee. It does 1 damage, but it's okay. For some reason, I didn't think to prep an unarmed attack. So right here is my grapple roll. Nice.
All right.
Casual crit. Fuck you.
He rolls a 7 plus 3 for a total of 10. He is grappled. So
Yeah, go ahead.
as he's moving forward, he looks over at Carmen, who just kind of stood up for you. He's like, "Oh, he got a girlfriend now, huh?" And as he's
Immediate ground.
leg sweep him, knock him on the ground, and lean over and get him into like a vice grip. He cannot move, which means he cannot stand up.
That's the turn.
So it's a pretty potent combo, actually. You go ahead and... Is there a grapple condition? It's alright, we'll remember it. Corrections officer, this is the moment when you expect them to turn on their bolt batons and come in and crack heads and break people up. They have their batons at the ready, and you see them standing still. Which means the Lorder Un grunts go. I've grouped up the initiative of the grunts and the goons, respectively. This one is going to take a swipe at the goon that he's fighting real quick. He is unarmed, so he's going to make a fist attack. Notably, some of these guys are unarmed, and some of them are in fact armed.
Ooh.
Are they armed with like shivs and stuff, or are they armed with like batons?
Some of them have taken up dumbbells. Some of them have, a few of them have shivs. His knuckle cracks into the face of the blood hunter he's fighting, and that guy will take 2 damage because this person does not have the abilities to do more damage than that with their fists. It's just a solid blow to the face. I will quickly, this guy here. He should
rip creatures at the
have
bottom.
a weapon.
You go away.
So this guy here attacks with a shiv.
Jesus Christ, these orcs
They're
are
so
just
effective.
champions. Oh my god!
Yep.
Stabbed.
This guy is going to attack with a dumbbell.
Okay.
Not mine.
Alright, we finally got one that misses.
That was me
not my
testing
dice.
my unarmed strike.
Oh, got it.
That one hits as well. Alright, those are all the grunts from the Lorder Un side. Which brings us to Maya.
Alright, Maya, get in there.
Maya's going to get in there.
We already know what she wants.
How do I feel about disarming Grace?
Then I start stabbing.
Well,
There's nothing specifically about it in the handbook other than for battle masters.
make an unarmed strike. That is a total of 13. His AC right now is 12. So that hits.
Oh?
As you lean over, you actually had advantage on that, but none of that matters. As you attempt to wrest the weapon from the prone man, he is going to make a saving throw. What is your strength score?
My strength score is a whopping. You know what? I'm so sorry. That actually should have been an 11 because I added my saving throw modifier instead of my. Anyways, it's 10.
Alright. Unfortunately, that is not enough to wrest the weapon from his grasp, as he is, whilst in a vulnerable position, is holding on tight, and you can see his forearm muscles bulge. He's a pretty strong man.
Mhm.
So you understand that it might be a little tough to get it from him. Anything else, Maya?
Maya is going to. No, that's it.
Alright. It is Randall Hunt's turn. He is prone. He is grappled. He is was attempting to wrest his weapon from him as he's fighting it back. As far as I know, he cannot stand up because he's grappled and his speed has been 0, which means he has disadvantage on any attack rolls, and melee attacks have advantage against him, and he cannot get himself out of that unless he attempts to break the grapple. So he will attempt to do so.
What does save against?
It is your, it's going to be your 8 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh. But he ties.
Oh, he didn't roll yet. That was the last. That was against Maya. He rolls a 15 on the die plus the 3, so an 18.
Oh, he breaks the grapple.
Right, that's his action. He's going to use half his movement to stand. He is going to use a cunning action to disengage, but he doesn't have a lot of movement left. Because he's now backing up to try and get closer to his allies. Unfortunately, I put him, in the fray of the other fight.
Get him, Creed.
Right. Yeah, and this isn't too surprising to you, Koloth. You know that he is a slippery opponent, not an honorable one. That's his turn.
I should have found a better time to stab me.
He's backing up. He's got the
Doesn't seem the
close,
type.
eyes narrow. He's gone from being eager to on the defense.
Imbeciles.
Alright.
I gotta love opportunists.
Oh, that was in the Dungeon Master's Guide?
The original, the
Okay.
2014.
Alright. But in the interest of keeping things moving, we will go with... That does give Maya more of a chance, because it's not just it's not a grapple attempt in that case. So it is Callum's turn. If you wish to do anything, just so you know, Dan, this radius that you are in, where this light's at, emanating from the corrections officer, is the null gas from the machine that's stopping you from casting spells.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Trent, did you do anything? I didn't see anything from you.
I did not get to do
Shit, did I
anything.
skip you?
Yep.
You gotta tell me. I must have hit the thing twice in accident. Or go back in time to
I thought it
Edward.
was intentional.
No. He can act if he wants, and he can not act if he wants. It's up to him.
So I was gonna ask a question about this light around
Yes,
this. I'm
that's-
presuming this is the gas.
That's the gas.
Okay. Like as this fight is brewing, I'm going to kind of just wander over here, outside of it. You know,
Alright.
completely enraptured in what's going on here.
I'm going to make a check at disadvantage right now from the corrections officer that's supposed to be watching you. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just kind of idly, casually walking away, right?
Yep, idly, casually walking away. I'm making no strong moves here. And you know what? When I do a thing, it's going to be like subtly cast. And I'm getting a feel for what I can do. Emboldened by that dream.
Okay.
Just wanna know. Just wanna get a
Figure
feel.
it out. Wanna think about it.
Just wanna think about it. All right, but when I use Mind Sliver, attempt to use Mind Sliver on Hunt, there will actually be no noticeable components used.
None whatsoever, huh?
None whatsoever. Because of the psychic
Oh no.
feature of my class.
Alright.
Well, that's terrifying.
I am going to attempt to use Mind Sliver on Hunt.
He is going to make a
Get
saving
back
throw.
into the grapple.
Oh god, he's a champion.
He's definitely not a champion. He's rolled a 19 on the die, and he had a -1.
He's still a champion.
Yeah.
Look. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Do I feel anything as I attempt to kind of reach out to Hunt's mind?
There is this heavy strain. It's been a very, very long time since you've attempted this. In fact, last time you willfully attempted to throw yourself in the mind of another, you were practically an adolescent, still under your father's tutelage. And you feel something, it's like pushing yourself through a very narrow channel to something tight and almost slimy feeling, and you get bounded back. And there's just the very hint of a whisper at the back of your mind.
But I felt something. And you know what? That's all Edward needed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is me.
Indeed. Alright. Now, Dan.
Reading something really quick. There's not a lot that I'm able to do here.
With your hands bound.
Yeah, there are very few druid spells that are only verbal. I have
Unfortunately,
prepped
yeah.
most, but there are not very many.
You know where the focus is, and it's
Hi, I'm over here.
in the
I'm
shirt
trying really hard to figure out how to get to you.
of Carmen's uniform form, yeah.
Alright, I'm going to also. Well, I want to hide behind Edward, but that would probably be bad for Edward.
Oh, fuck him.
Look, no.
Should be
Look,
funny.
look, Callum, you complicitly have Edward's permission to hide behind him
Look
at
at the
all times.
boys. They're so cute.
I don't think I can be. Well, this mist that we're in, is it obscuring at all?
Not really.
Not really. Yeah. Okay. The trouble is that I have to get to the other side of you to use the halfling stuff, the naturally stealthy. What is this object up here? By the
Beach
way?
ball.
It's a
That
beach
is
ball.
a
Interesting.
ball.
I don't think you can.
Well,
I don't think
variety
you
of
can.
some ball.
No, I don't think so. I didn't notice that until just now. Do any of the Like, are any of them paying attention to us at all?
Alright, so, funny you mentioned that.
Uh-oh.
Because actually, this guy has turned his attention to you. It looks like he might be about to catch some strays.
Oh boy. It's like a race war. Oh, there's a halfling there.
Why'd you do that? That's kind of fucked up, bro.
That is kind of fucked up.
Alright, I'm gonna do...
If I was him and I was in a race war and I'm looking at an orc and a halfling, I think I'm gonna fight the halfling.
Just like, I gotta pick one.
Yeah, I gotta pick one.
Time to
Alright,
bully the halfling in manacles.
He looks like a slippery one. I'll take him on.
I'll take the hit for the team.
Oh, he's fast, is he?
Huh? Jesus Christ, what a situation.
You might want to get closer to a friend whenever this guy decides to come after you like a goon.
Yeah, I'm just
Police
gonna...
are your friends.
Definitely.
Oh wait, I can do that as a bonus. Never mind. Alright, that's perfect actually. Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna...
Wait, 30 or 25? Wait! It's 5.5.
30 and 5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's skedaddle over
No,
here, and then I'm
no
gonna...
stuffy legs in 5.5.
I'm gonna dash as an action,
Oh.
and then I'm gonna... Actually, you know what? It's at least 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright. I'm just gonna try and skedaddle.
Yeah, that's fair.
But even when you give me that thing, I'm not really gonna be able to cast with it. But I have an idea for something else I could do.
Listen, bud. I'm just trying to make sure you get it so that it doesn't stay under my shirt for the entire frickin' session.
And
You say this
that'll
thing
do it.
was holly? This thing sucks. I don't want it to be under my shirt anymore.
Yeah, that's it for me. I'm just gonna run over here,
Very good.
trying to stay low since everybody's things are going kind of crazy.
That brings us to the Blood Hunter Goons. We
Goon.
are starting with this one. This guy. I saw you run across the field. And
6, 7. Damn, really?
hey, where you going, you little
Race
rat?
war.
He says tauntingly.
Callum's just like kind of like he puts his fists up like to protect himself, but he's like trying to make himself look small.
This Blood Hunter Goon has got a dumbbell. He's going to try to knock the head over the Burgeoning orc he's fighting. And he's going to damage him. Is this guy armed? He's got another dumbbell.
Oof.
So this guy hits his opponent with a 21 to hit. He's going to damage him for
Oof.
5. There's a solid crack over the head in that one. This guy is turning his attention to Kallum now, who's entered the fight just a second ago. This guy should have a shiv. Let me give it to him. Jesus, okay. It's a bad day for Creed. She hasn't even gone to go yet, and she's gonna get a
Yep.
with a shiv.
Well, it's just a G4.
That wasn't
It's
so
not
bad.
that bad, yeah.
As far as crits go, that's not too bad.
She is a tough bitch, so she's doing okay. Reed's turn. She enters the fight, raises no weapons, just raises her fists and starts to flex. You see the muscles bulge, or the veins bulge in her muscles in her forehead as she grimaces and lets out a war cry. And she is going to use a bonus action to blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Enter a rage.
Shit, okay. Hell yeah.
And she's going to do an unarmed strike on the guy who just shanked her. Man, that would be a resounding miss. Alright, with everybody having gone, that will bring us up to the top of the round. Carmen.
She's fine. There's going to be a brief... Yeah, she's fine. There's going to be a brief moment where she glances to Maya. Can you handle yourself, princess?
I mean, nothing's attacking me?
Good.
What are you talking
Make sure
about?
it doesn't. We start maneuvering this way. I am going to move here. And then move. And then actually, I'm trying to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we have to go here. That guy can, I think, make an attack for opportunity.
No, not for 5 point. Not for 5e. Not for that.
Wondrous. Okay.
Yeah,
Flurry.
4, yeah.
Well, also in Pathfinder, but
And in Pathfinder, but it's only if you leave his reach.
yep. And that will be my turn.
Alright, then we will come on to Koloth.
Koloth sees the woman who didn't introduce herself actually running off in the distance. He sees Maya's roommate, they are roommates, cellmate take off running. And he looks to the guard and he says, "Warrior, there's violence in your fief." And I guess he's doing nothing.
Pig's got a pig.
This one over here, I guess, looks at you. Derisively, you can see his nose get scrunched up in a look of distaste.
He wastes no time. He does right when Randall starts running, he looks over and says something, and then when he gets no feedback, he takes off after the man and does like a big kick to try to get him to stop going, right? Like slow him down.
All right.
No, I don't want that. I want that one. Yes.
Also, I have to correct myself yet again. I think
Okay.
I did this wrong last game I ran as well. I actually don't think you make any rolls if you are attempting to grapple or shove someone. All they have to do is do a saving throw.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you roll a 2. He just has to. You are making the opponent roll. It's not contested at all. According to the 5e roll, the 24 handbook apparently.
24 handbook is weird. I was just gonna punch him anyways.
Oh, you just want to punch him?
Yeah, I wasn't doing anything clever.
All right. Well, if you're just doing it on a strike, then that is an attack roll, and that does miss.
Yeah, it misses by quite a bit. Because he's a slippery fellow.
All right. He is slippery. He's a bit hard to hit even without armor on him. All right, and you ended your turn, so that puts us at the corrections officer's turn. So what will happen is the two at the bottom will stay put. This guy did notice his wards have run off in the chaos. He's like, "Hey, wait!" He's going to start to make his way and like dashing to try and catch up because he's wearing the null gas machine. However, for maybe the 4th time today, something weird happens. As he passes Edward, the machine on his back starts sparking and spitting like this intense smoke, and then it sputters out.
Oh no. I mean, this is a win for me, but
That is a very bad thing.
this foretells something terrible altogether.
His eyes go wide in just complete panic as he starts like reaching for his equipment and starts to try to basically pull on the motor to get it back to life again. But right now, the null gas is not operating.
Off, baby.
Edward and the Guardian share a knowing look.
He looks at you with abject terror right now.
No, yeah, like they share a knowing look. But I mean, Edward shakes his manacles at the guard, and he's just going to kind of look around the scenery. It's not his turn yet, but his eyes are notably locked on the guard that's going after, not the guard, the goon that's going after Callum.
Yes.
No, he's that. You're not the only one.
All right. And that brings us to the Lord of Ungruts. All right, time for some revenge shiving to go down. This guy is going to attack the guy in front of him.
Go, 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 go.
I hate resounding hits with a 21. Total of
Hot.
6 piercing damage.
How's that guy
Oh,
looking?
that guy is
Didn't he get hit last
about to
time?
go down. He is looking bad. May mark him actually. Oops, not
Woo.
not that. I'm going to give him the You could say that after a few stabs, he might be bleeding. Perhaps or bloodied. One could say.
Bloodied. Imagine.
Imagine. Alright, this one's gonna attempt a dumbbell hit on the guy in front of him here. And he has not been working out as much because he gets the weight throws him off balance as he rolls a natural 1 and topples, almost losing his footing for a second. This grunt's gonna continue to attack the one who shivved his boss with just his
Valid.
fists.
I believe in him.
That does hit.
Woo!
Alright, and this guy is going to get punched in the face for the 2nd time. It's a cool. Alright. With their turn being done, Maya.
We're gonna try and disarm him again.
Alright, I would like to. So
Very
Bird
one-track
posted-
mind here.
Yeah, Bird posted the alternate rolls from the DMG. I'd like to use
It wasn't me.
those.
It was.
Who was
I think
it?
Trontington.
Tron.
Oh, Trent did.
Yeah.
So,
So the attacker makes an attack roll contested by the target's strength.
yes, that will give you a better chance for certain.
Yeah.
Alright, and it's just a straight saving throw. I don't think
Target strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics.
Alright. So we're gonna go roll his athletics. And he still does.
Damn.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
So good.
wrested away from you. Anything else, Maya?
That is going to be it.
Alright, Edward, I'm not going to hit the button this time. You get to go.
Nah, skip him again. It'll be funny.
Lamau. He's gonna stare hard at the goon that's going after Callum,
desperately pulling on his.
yeah, and he's going to he felt a certain pull, and when he tried to go into Randall's mind, now he's going full tilt, trying to go into this one person's mind.
Okay.
He is going to go ahead and attempt to use Dissonant Whispers. Now, again, this is not overt by the very list. This shows no components whatsoever. It's very subtle. Dissonant Whispers on this guy right here.
Alright, so he will attempt to make that wisdom saving throw.
And if he does manage to succeed, it is half damage. Jesus fucking Christ, they are just champions against my spells today. That's fine. Half damage.
Right.
So it's going to be 4d6, half of that.
Prison wisdom
natural
trend.
18 again. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right, so it's going to be 4d6, and you're going to take half of this damage.
Not a bad one at all. Alright, so that is going to be 6.
Yep.
He, in the middle of attempting to reach the fleeing halfling, is intercepted by Carmen as he turns to her. He's like, "Step aside, broad." Suddenly he clutches at his skull hill. Suddenly in a pained agony, going like, "Ah!" Looking around, unable to discern the source of his pain.
Carmen is also like, what just happened?
And all you see is
around.
Edward staring hard at the man.
There's a blink. There's another blink before he focuses back to him.
Yep, no other discernible signs or...
Not anything that is worrisome to me.
Yeah, no signs of a spell being cast here.
Alright.
And that is me, as he continues to stare at this asshole.
Alright. Randall Hunt gets to go. He is going to kind of just wildly defending himself, pulling away from my septic ship. It's like, "Get off, bitch!" Slashes out at Koloth. It is not this man's day as he rolls natural 1.
I riposte. So as he comes at Koloth with the knife, Maya grabs it for just a fraction of a second, which is long enough for Koloth to punch him in the chin. Oh, it's not, give me 1 second. So it's one of these, and then, I'm not gonna, there it is.
Yay!
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Yay!
Alright, so it's an unarmed strike. And an unarmed strike can make him prone or can grapple him. So I'm gonna grapple him since he missed, if that's okay, right? So he makes a save.
Yes, he's going to attempt to save against, you said grapple?
Yeah, it's 13 is my strength plus proficiency. Ha! We got him!
As his sloppy attack, as he's distracted, you grab the forearm that's trying to stab you and pull him into another grapple. Looking at these two fight, I mean, it's clearly the difference in training is very obvious between Koloth and the human ex-NAPD officer. He is not inexperienced. He is very slippery. He's very wily. He's going in trying to attack your vitals. When Koloth has this kind of discipline baked into his attacks, definitely more of a accustomed to martial unarmed fighting this man is. Alright, and with him being grappled, he cannot... Well, let me look.
His movement is just 0, so he can do anything else, but he has 0 movement.
Yeah, he cannot use his cunning actions to get away from you. He definitely cannot hide, so he is stuck. Which means that is going to be Callum's turn, and Callum, the null gas that was clouded you, that you ran away from, is completely gone.
To go mask off or not?
I would not do that right now.
Probably a
You'll
bad
get put
idea.
in the pit.
Can I, as either an action or a bonus action, take the willow branch from Carmen?
I think that's object interaction, really.
Yeah, I will give it to you as soon as I get a turn for a free object interaction, if you would like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Seeing as I don't think you can currently reach it.
I would require some clambering.
Please
That
do
would
not.
be an awkward thing in the middle of a combat scene, that's for certain.
It would be a little awkward. Yeah, there's really not very much that I can do, so I'm just gonna Hail Mary it and try to shove him.
Yeah, of course.
So let's just do this. This will be, let's see, the unarmed strike. It's just strength mod plus proficiency, so it'll be a +2.
Alright, so he's going to,
Oh, right, I don't have to make it on that.
No.
He just needs to make a saving throw.
he
That's gonna be 9.
Alright, he's actually going to use dexterity because he's not as strong as his
Right.
boss. He rolled a natural 14.
Very fair.
It do be like that sometimes.
Sometimes
He hasn't actually
everybody
rolled yet,
rolls
so.
high except for the boss. Anything else?
I don't really have a bonus action to spend that I can spend right now. So
I mean, you do have bonus actions you could spend.
I could, but there would be
I'm
there
not going
would
to
be
lead you
cons-
into any possible
There would be
actions. There's consequences for your character, yes.
Yeah,
That's
that could
entirely up
end.
to you.
You know what? Since we haven't actually gotten hit yet, I will hold off for right now. And I will end my turn here.
Okay. This is the Bloodhunter Goon's turn, so you know, in the spirit of that, I'm gonna go full goon for them because that's who they are.
Goon.
See, you hit him, Carmen. So
No, she hasn't.
okay.
No. She had to double move to get here.
Oh, that's fair. So he's going to go. Shove off,
Hit the
lady.
hot pint.
He's going to attempt to grapple Callum.
Oh no.
Grapple.
Now you make a dexterity or strength saving throw.
That's not a hard choice. Dexterity.
Oh.
He actually attempts to like grab you by the back of your hair under your head, and you duck away from his reaching arm.
Off. Alright.
Alright. We're gonna have the dying guy. He is going to. He is not looking to die today. He's going to disengage and run.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought he was hurt way worse than that. That's great.
he's not down yet, but he is bloodied. And limping away basically. And this guy's going to attack the guy he's engaged with. Hit it twice on accident. Alright, he's going to attempt to hit him with a dumbbell. That will hit. Alright. That guy is injured, but he's not bloody yet. This good will go. He's going to attempt to shiv Creed. And he will miss. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that's all of the goons. Creed's turn. She might be about to fuck some shit up, but we'll see. She's going to strike him back. That's going to be a hit with her unearned.
That's our girl. Look at her go. Ooh.
Okay. That is going to be 3, but another 2 from the rage bonus damage.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he is not looking good. He is very much bloodied. Also, as he takes this damage, he's also going to have to save against getting grappled.
She's just going.
He can do that on a hit.
He's a wolf.
And he was,
Well,
you hear bones cracking. A tooth flies from this punch that she gives him. Then she grabs him by the scruff of his collar and pulls him into a grapple. And this guy, he looks dazed. He looks like he's about to pass out. He is very much bloodied. Nope. There we go. Alright. Carmen, is your turn now.
okay. You know what? Is this if we are for a short rest or a long rest? That is the real question. Oh, it's just an improvised attack, so it probably won't do that much regardless. Well, we're here, and we're actually going to cause this man problems. Imagine just attacking the little guy. That's so rude. She's gonna attempt to attack him. Normal. Oof, 11?
Alright, 11. So, he's not wearing armor. He has a dexterity of 14, so an 11 will miss him. Just barely.
Understandable.
Yeah,
That is my
about that.
turn then. Hey, it happens.
Can I have that branch, please?
Oh yeah, my object interaction would be branch.
Thank you.
As you, swing out with your dumbbell, and he just barely dodges out of the way in time. With the other hand, you reach down and you pull out the
Grab it and then pull it over
Yes.
and hand it down.
Mhm.
Have fun with that. That thing sucks.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. The next will be Koloth's turn.
These two are awkwardly scrambling all around as one of them tries to get one in a hole. Then Maya is darting in to grab the shiv periodically, and Koloth is going to say, "If you drop it, I'll let you go." We're going to try to knock him prone. Oh, which is just a save against 13. It's 2 proficiency, 3 strength mod.
Alright. He is going to attempt to save against getting knocked prone again. He's already grappled.
Right, we're just knocking him prone. He rolled the good dice, so he's got it.
Yeah, he
He's
just
too slippery.
made it this time.
Who oiled this pig?
Alright.
Pass.
We like to have fun here.
Oh, actually, yeah. I should, yeah, that's a good spot for him.
Alright, so you end your turn. which makes this the corrections officer's turn. So, this officer at the top here, come on, cat, come on. At the top here, freaking out, yells out, "I don't have gas! I don't have gas! I need containment!" He shouts out to the other officers and stops attempting to turn his machine on. He takes out his baton and he pushes it over and it crackles with electricity.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
Look, Edward's hands are up. Like, he is still staring at the goon that is trying to hit Callum, but it's like, hey, no magic here. No magic here. You can't see it. You piece of shit, you can't see it.
Alright, yeah, he is waving it at Edward. It's like, get down, he's ordering it.
And yeah, Edward's gonna get to his knees. He's, still flitting looks at the guy. He's like, all right, yeah, I'm complying. Don't have to hit me with that fucking stick.
He's going to step over here and wave it at Callum. Get down! Callum.
Callum, who is being aggressed by this kid.
There's actually a blink from Carmen as she looks between literally Callum and the guy attempting to murder him. Really?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, Callum
Really?
acknowledges the glance, or acknowledges the command by looking at the guard, but he's still very much focusing on the blood hunter. It's like, get away from him! Let them
Alright,
surrender.
so you're not going to, go into a, vulnerable position as you're being threatened. Gotcha. Well, on that signal, the other guards to the south will likewise get their batons out, saying, "Get down! Get down!" This one is going to wave his weapon at you, Koloth. As he turns on his baton and it crackles with electricity. Do you look like you're going to comply?
He's gonna try to hit him with a baton? Now?
Yes.
Why is he hitting Koloth?
Because he's seen you beating the shit out of this guy.
No, I'm not gonna let go of the dude who's trying to stab me to death, obviously. The audacity of the fool to not participate after Koloth asked him for help, then hit him in the back?
Yeah,
Cowardly.
he's going to hit you, or attempt to.
Okay.
A 21 total.
Man, I wonder if this has any parallels with other settings.
Let's not
11
analyze it
AC.
too much right now.
Yeah, no, I just 11 AC.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's going to be, he rolled a 6 on the die for his baton, so it's 8 bludgeoning damage plus 1 lightning.
Okay. Thank you.
I will go ahead and, if you haven't done, you did, I will apply that to your token. And this guy,
I did.
so he's going to attempt to pacify the orc lady who is literally killing people. Now we can say whether or not it's justified. He's going to attempt to pacify Gulam, who is not heeding him at all because she's in the middle of a actual blood rage. He's going to hit her. And that will be 10 damage. 8 of that is bludgeoning, so she will take a total of 6. As her muscles kind of jolt at the hit and tense up, so she is locked in on her prey right now. She's not. She's barely even paying attention.
Oh god.
It is literally.
Carmen's eyes immediately are going to flick over there because what the shit?
Are you guys feeling rehabilitated yet?
No.
Are you?
Oh.
Okay, this guy's gonna attempt to punch the guy who's bleeding from his wounds right now. So the Luther Grunt is going to attempt to punch the dying goon from the Blood Hunters. Alright, that's a miss. The other Luther is going to attempt to punch him because he's still engaged. But no, not punch, he's got a shiv. This guy might
Hell
right now.
yeah. Get him!
No,
Aww.
they're not one. A lot of those is combat. This Luther is going to attack the guy who he's engaged with a dumbbell.
Oh man, that's 2 nat 1s in a row. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
You hate to see it.
The 5th nat 1. This combat.
That is rough.
Okay. Still not. This guy rolled in that one last turn too. This guy
Yeah,
is not a bad day.
I'm here too.
Yeah. Yeah. If he was a player, he would be deep in salt right now.
Get his shit, Maya!
Yeah, it's like, what is it? Like less than 1% on that.
Alright, Maya. See,
Yeah,
you're
remarkably.
you see next to you, the guard has come up behind you right here. He's attempting to pacify Koloth. What do? Do you keep fighting? Do you give in and comply?
Maya is going to make a bad decision because that's
course.
what she does.
Maya, no!
She's
Yeah,
going
no.
to turn around and
Yep.
attempt to disarm the guard.
Oh, my god.
Maya, no!
God damn it! Actually, please try to kill the guy so that Maya
Reach
isn't
for the cop's
solitary.
gun.
Alright, so that's a contested roll, right?
Yes.
God damn it! I leave you alone for less than a minute, and you're already trying to take the
That's
cop's gun.
contested athletics or...
Oh,
that's
that one! You take his baton! No, Maya, no!
Oh boy.
Eyes go
She's
wide
going to
as he
use
reaches
her-
swing again, and suddenly the baton is swiped out of his hands.
She's going to use her object interaction to give it to Koloth.
Oh, you can accept that on your turn if you choose to do this terrible action.
No.
No. Maya, anything else, it's still your turn.
Maya, I haven't done anything wrong in my life.
God, no!
Arthas, but we'll chill out here. No, we got Koloth. He's got her back.
It's just like you just jab in the... Hey, here's a baton, take it, Callum.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna end my turn and we'll start with Edward's turn.
Alright, Edward is,
Are you still
his knees...
complying, or?
Yeah, his knees are in the ground, his hands are behind his head, and he is still staring at that racist
dude.
zealot who's going after Callum, and his eyes will narrow. And again, there is no obvious sign of spell casting, but he's already gotten a feel for that man's skull. And for his last spell slot, he does attempt to use Dissonant Whispers again.
Okay. He will roll a DC 13 wisdom saving throw, a 15.
My
Christ!
God!
15 on the
You
die.
cracked.
assholes. No, it's fine. So half of.
Okay.
That's still a lot. 7?
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, 14.
7.
Yeah.
And this mind, you attempt to enter it before, it is a slippery, slimy kind of mind. You feel yourself bounce off of it, but not before you get in just a little bit to kind of twist around in there. As he, in the middle of this grapple, fighting back, suddenly he like tenses up. He lets out kind of as this weird, out of nowhere, terrible, paining headache. He takes the 7 damage. He's not really been hurt this combat. You were actually the first one to do so.
Yeah, 6 and then 7. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah. Alright. Anything else, Edward?
Nope. He's in the ground. His knees are on the ground. His hands are behind his head. He's complying for all intents and purposes.
Alright. We'll start Randall's turn. He's going to look. He's still grappled. He looks at Maya. You. Seeing you with the baton, he is still holding his head. He looks at you. He seems to be blaming you, Maya, for the sudden assault on his senses. You bitch! And he is going to attempt to shiv you.
Oh. Yo.
He thinks you're so cool, though.
Yo.
Alright.
Alright.
He rolls a 13.
Maya, do you get shivved?
That is going to match.
Okay.
Isn't he grappled though? Isn't it a disadvantage?
Grapple doesn't do that on its own.
Oh,
Rowan
okay.
does.
Got it.
It's just a straight shiv attack. He doesn't have any extra bonuses right now. So that's going to be 1d4 plus 3. It's going to be 6. Piercing, I'll go ahead and apply it to you now. Oh. He used his action. He cannot disengage with the bonus action, so he's stuck. Callum.
Alright. I'm going to, still feigning surrender, but with paying more attention to this guy, I'm going to dart away. If you want to make an opportunity attack.
Yes. Yes, we will.
AC is 12.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see his attributes. Is he going to attempt to throw a punch at you?
Alright. That'll do it.
I intercept.
Okay.
As she smacks his hand away. So I need to know the damage, but then it's going to be reduced.
Be reduced by a d10 plus prof.
His hand is being smacked away by a dumbbell.
It's only going to be 2 points damage because it was just a punch. So you will negate all of the damage.
Yeah, no matter what you roll.
Yes, with your interception. That's 1d10 plus your proficiency, so you will negate all the damage. Yeah, you just kind of nope, push his fist out of the way.
Thanks for your help. And then he will duck behind this training dummy, and then I'm going to use the halfling racial feature, naturally stealthy, and take the hide action.
I will allow it because that's really funny. It says creature, but you know what? Fuck it.
Hey, he's obscured by me.
That's fair.
I suppose I could also just run behind her, but either way.
Yeah, no, that.
No,
I
this
like
is
the dummy.
It makes
That's a 12.
Alright, I
Incredible.
believe it's a flat DC to stealth these days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A DC 15 dexterity stealth
Yeah.
check.
Ah, pity.
That's okay. I'm gonna bonus action wild shape into a spider.
Oh no.
Oh,
The character having such a bad day.
And I'm gonna crawl, let's see, that was 5, 10, 15, 10 feet up the wall as a spider. The only thing that's left behind are a pair of manacles.
There's a blink, there's another blink. Carmen is like, wait, what?
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, it's not just bears.
You know, no, she didn't just think it was bear.
No.
Nope.
All right.
And that's me.
Okay. Yeah. So the goons.
Creepy crawly.
Creepy crawly gone.
The goon's going to. Things are chaotic right now. No one's really
yeah.
the guards. The goon that's next to you, Carmen's gonna attempt to swing at you.
Go for it. We would love a reason to get actually mad. We don't know that Maya's doing bullshit.
Another natural one.
Just evade.
I can't explain it.
It actually, for this one, it does kind of make sense. He did just get his hand, like, batted out of the way with a dumbbell.
This guy is going to, I'm going to put him prone because he's going to drop down and give,
Acquiesce.
yeah, acquiesce to the guards because he is, actually bleeding out. Well, not bleeding out, but he is very hurt.
Wounded, yeah.
He is very wounded. Alright, so this guy is going to keep fighting the guy he's been fighting this whole time. So we get another double roll. He's way better at it than his opponent is, that's for damn certain. Let's see if this guy's gonna survive this fight. Alright. He is, this little grunt is now been bloody. He's like, tunk from the dumbbell. Yeah, hits him. So another guy is gravely injured. This guy is, actively just dying. He's going to disengage and run away. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's their turn. Now, the question is he going to be allowed to disengage? Creed is going to actually get an opportunity attack from the corrections officer as he attempts to chase him.
Pig!
Burbo.
Yeah, we don't
We're not
use
getting
that
political in
this. As she crits him.
Oh, he crits her.
Sorry, he crits her, yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And he rolls
see a lot of ones
shit on
there.
that crit.
That
3
Jesus
ones.
fucking
3
Christ,
ones
holy
on the
shit.
dice.
Love
Yeah,
that.
on the 6s too.
So, and then of that, 4 bludgeoning, so that's 2 bludgeoning plus 5 lightning, so minus 7.
Yep.
She is,
Okay.
she
She's still up.
wobbles. She's not doing too good herself. Though she doesn't seem to notice it. She is definitely injured. She's going to go after this guy. And she's going to hit him.
That's our girl.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. This guy was grappled. He could not run away anyways.
Oh,
Let me
rip!
reverse that damage.
Oh,
Still
shit.
fine.
Hey!
Alright, now she was at like, yeah. So she's still
Was
fine.
I think 7?
Yeah.
He touched around, is like, oh wait.
Yeah, my bad.
I forgot.
No, she's just going to
My bad.
fuck him up. Yeah. Without any issue.
Girly about to commit commit murder.
Nah, she rolled a 1. Oh, she has
Casual
some advantage
6
though, so let's
damage?
see if she crits. Just in case. She does crit.
Yes!
Yeah.
Incredible.
A 4 and a 1 on the 2d4, so that's 8 bludgeoning, which is enough to knock this guy out. He is, let's just say, he might survive. That's gonna be up to the nurses, and if they get there in time, because he is down.
We're all gonna get jailed.
Turn.
Oh, we're already jailed. That's the fun part.
I've done
we
nothing
can
wrong.
throw me in prison.
Yes,
We're already here.
I've done nothing wrong, as you can all see.
Oh,
Yeah, we're-
alright.
Getting double prison.
Spider noises.
Feel them?
Spider noises.
That's her turn like that. It is Carmen's turn.
We're going to look to the cop. We're going to look to the guy in front of us. We're going to look back. Where the fuck did Callum go?
You don't know.
I mean, what's your past perception?
14.
I don't think that was enough, actually.
I mean, he's not stealthing, but also
He's not there.
He's not there anymore.
You might even spy the manacles on
Like,
the
you see-
ground.
Oh no, we
Looks
probably
like on the
definitely
ground.
do spy
You're
the
like,
manacles. We just don't
huh?
spy Callum.
Yeah. There's
Where
no
could I be?
halfling there anymore. That much is very certain. You're very certain about
We're going to confusedly look
Yeah.
to the man in front of us.
This man's like clutching, like where he got hit. It's like
You're not going to freaking stop, are you?
I don't know what just happened. He says he. I didn't do it.
Fucking put your weapons down, man. Come on.
Would you like to make a what's it called? A social check.
Sure.
Persuade him. An influence.
Yeah.
In 5.5 is what they call it.
She doesn't understand what's going on. He doesn't understand what's going
I
on.
didn't
She
do it.
does have a dumbbell.
You do. Are you going to intimidate
gonna-
him?
I don't think she would, because neither of us know what's happening, and he keeps going on the ground. I'll put mine down if you put yours down. I think this is how it works.
Alright, that's a persuasion check.
Yeah, we're going to try persuasion because I have no idea what's happening here. Callum just disappeared.
Yes.
Yeah, have a roll. I don't know what's happening. I'm very confused. I don't necessarily want to give up my dumbbell, and he might read that.
He looks at you, is like, what? No, fuck you.
Oh, goddamn. All right. We're going to ready an attack for if he attempts to attack us. That's what we're going to do.
Alright, just so y'all are aware for the future, in 5.5, influencing is an action.
Okay, then I actually wouldn't ready an attack. That is, her dumbbell is at I guess, like, held loosely in her hand. She's just looking at this guy and is very confused by what is happening.
He's also confused, but now he's like doubling down on being angry, confused.
Fair.
Anything else? Carmen?
Nope.
Alright. Then we go to Koloth's turn. Koloth, you are being offered a bolt baton.
And you know, it already feels natural. So as he's wrestling around with Hunt, and he gets hit the first time, and by the time he's looked back at where he got hit from, he just sees Maya offering him the baton, which he grabs directly and swings into Hunt's face.
Alright.
How far does 13 take me?
Let's see. Hunt. I believe that should hit. Yep.
Bonk.
Alright, so electricity crackling down it, you hit him for 6 bludgeoning and 1 lightning damage.
Got him. We're gonna get that shiv for Maya.
Yeah, he's hit.
Big upgrades. That's the whole turn.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I
it
missed
happens sometimes. Boundary. Alright, so... It's been 1 round, since the corrections officers entered combat. There's going to be... Let me roll a d4. 4 more... Ignore that, it's not Randall's roll, but 4 more, corrections officers.
4 more vandals.
are
Oh,
going
correction
to,
officers show up.
I'll just kind of put them over, coming in from the east side. Are going to appear. Alright, so at this point, at this juncture, now that backup is showing up, I will give you all an option. Would you like to continue your fight? Or would you like to acquiesce?
Edward is going to be yes to both.
Okay. If anybody's still fighting, we will stay in initiative.
Maya's going to try one more time for that shiv.
Yeah, and Edward he's acquiescing. He's on the ground like, hey, I'm not doing anything. But out of the side of his eye, he's looking at that guard who went after Callum. Not guard, but the goon.
Yes. Alright, Callum's the spider.
Yep.
If nobody tries to stop him, he's gonna try and skitter away and hide again.
Okay. Callum's just making a break for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Carmen's putting down her weapon. We don't know what the hell is happening. And honestly, we can take a hit from this guy. It doesn't matter.
Maya.
Honestly, her eyes are probably scanning the crowd. Where is Maya?
She's over here. She's fucking helping Koloth beat the shit out of this guy. And Koloth
Hanging out with her new best friend.
Oh God, does she have a baton?
Not anymore.
No.
She doesn't. She gave it to Koloth.
He has a baton. Oh Lord.
Yep.
This escalated very quickly.
There's a 1 minute, 2 minute. We're all getting sent to solitary. Fuck it.
Not me.
All right.
Actually do need
We
multiple
are
people out
still
here that
in
aren't
it.
just mages. Fine. We are going to not immediately just continue. We are going to put our weapon down.
You're acquiescing, okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to first roll for this corrections officer. He's going to keep attacking to try and pacify Creed, who just murked a guy.
Ooh. Yes, she did just murk the guy.
Yikes.
Babes, no.
Oh, those are 2 ones.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Oh, woof.
That's 2 damage against Creed. So good luck with that. He's still, I mean, she's definitely alright. So
She's taking a beating. It just
but
hasn't been
she's
that.
okay.
Yeah.
So this guy. Oh man, he disarmed him. Alright, well, for fair is fair, he's going to attempt to take his weapon back within.
This is one of the contested ones?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not gonna like this.
21.
Alright, it's athletics, right? Or is it
Yeah.
just strength?
I believe it was athletics is on the table, yeah.
It was athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have it.
He takes the baton back with his action. You can see there in his eyes there is absolute fury. I mean, no, the guards they like to knock heads around. They don't usually get pissed off. This guy is pissed. All right, this guy who's oh man, he was attempting to pacify Callum. Callum turned into a spider and crawled up the wall.
There's literally a
need to
guy right
actually-
here with a dumbbell.
Right, but this was the guy who was in charge of the casters.
You let a man turn into a spider.
So I have to
Oh,
actually
you
figure out how
ring
he's going to
bells.
react to this. He's going to run. How far up the wall did you think you got, Callum?
Spiders have 20-foot climb speed. I don't know how like movement if it resets when I shift or not. But I would have had enough to get up like at least 10 feet, I think,
Alright.
based on how far I moved.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
10 feet up the wall. Like, you're gonna throw it. You're gonna throw your baton.
Throw the baton at you.
The spiders scurry up the wall.
That's crazy. Okay.
How old does this guy
it's
look?
not a thrown weapon, so it's acting like a improvised weapon right now.
Okay. My AC while I am wild shaped is 16.
He misses.
Carmen is just going to
Obviously,
see this guy throw his only weapon
Yes.
and just stare at him with incredulity written completely on her face.
This guy's ass is gonna be so toast for what's happening right now, Carmen. You have no idea.
How cool would it have been if they made it, right?
It would have been pretty cool.
Would have hit the spider, and the spider turns into a halfling and falls 50 feet and dies.
Sorry.
Just
You would have had to roll real high on the damage.
Carmen just looking at it, just like, why am I here? Why the fuck am I?
What is this? Yeah.
The backup cards are going to use their actions to dash to get into the fray. So they're there now. Loder Grunt's turns. This guy's pretty hurt. He's going to go ahead and he's going to comply.
Yeah.
So he's going to go prone, and put his hands up, and comply, because there's an officer right there. This guy, he is fighting with his boss next to him. They're going to both. Well, he's going to come in and attack this grunt here.
God damn.
This
Oh, I
is the
love them.
ship.
They're so fucking stupid. Surprisingly, less stupid than the guard.
That will miss. Yes, that will miss. This guy, who sees the guard beating on his boss, is going to hit the guard. This guy. Alright, this is going to be a punch. And the
Christ.
guard takes a knock to the face. Alright, that's all three of those guys. Maya, what mischief are you going to wreak now? You are surrounded by 3 corrections officers, just so you're aware.
Maya's aware of it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cops.
We're here to make bad decisions, though.
Maya, no!
Oh, Maya, no!
This is why I can't leave you.
And we're gonna try and get the ship one more time.
Okay.
God damn it!
Alright, he will use athletics to resist you. Rolls a 15 for a total 18. So you do not get it. Sorry. Anything else?
We acquiesce.
Okay. So you attempt to arrest it. gets away from you once more, then you put your hands up. Okay. Anything else? Alright. Edward.
Edward is still, his knees still in sand, his hands raised behind his head. Like, for all intents and purposes, he is acquiescing, he's not doing anything. But on the down low, mentally, he's still going after that asshole that went after Callum.
Alright. What are you going to
You can't roll another 15.
I guess we'll find out. So you mind sliver him. He makes an intelligence saving throw. He's going to roll a 5.
There we go.
Oh my god, he actually failed. Holy shit.
Yeah,
All right.
he'll take all of that.
4.
Alright. He holds his head. He is looking bad. He's not good at all right now. He is kind of shaking in agony. Anything else?
Nope, that is me.
Alright. It is Randall Hunt's turn. He looks around. He looks to you, Koloth, who's just bludgeoned an officer with his own baton. And he gives you a very knowing grin as he raises his hand. Actually, let me try to see if he can sleight of hand this real quick.
Grapple. We got him grappled.
And he's not gonna move away from you. He's making a sleight of
He's just
hand.
planning more evidence.
The shiv disappears from his hand as he raises what looks like to be empty hands as he acquiesces to the guard as you're still holding him. That's
Obviously, he didn't make any attacks with a weapon.
No, obviously not. That's his turn, Callum.
I'm gonna keep running away. And
He's
Goodbye,
gone
Callum.
forever as a spider.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run away. Try to hide. And we'll figure out what that looks like later if I'm able to do it. But
Alright.
yeah, I'm not gonna attack anybody or anything like that.
So you'll dash and keep going up the wall.
I don't know what the dimensions are, but try to get out of sight.
Alright. Every guild that's fighting is going to now acquiesce. Because their leader has started to comply with the officers. Creed's turn. Let me make a insight check for her real quick. Disadvantage because she's raging.
Yeah. Oh! It's not horrible.
She does have proficiency. She's going to end her rage and acquiesce. Alright, Carmen's turn.
We acquiesced,
Yes.
and we're disappeared somehow.
Oh. Whoops.
I don't know what happened.
That's alright. We can push you back when we need you. Koloth,
Okay, thank you.
what would you like to do?
Well, I think Koloth, seeing the taunting look, would probably try to take that thing from him and stab him with it. But in game terms, I don't think that's a valid option. So
You
I
have
think
a weapon still.
it's. So what happened is
The guard took it away.
Maya
Oh, yeah,
gave
you're right.
Koloth the baton.
Yeah.
Koloth hit Randall Hunt with it,
Yes.
and of course not any of the officers.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't want to be dead. And Maya was trying to help him and not get him killed, ideally. How's Randall looking?
He's hurt, but he's not hurt too badly.
Okay, there's really no way to... Yeah, he's gonna have to throw himself down and just take the beating. Speaking of taking the beatings, bonus action for Second Wind to assist with taking a beating. Koloth knows how this goes.
Yes.
He's gonna do like a soccer flop.
Alright. Corrections officer's turn. Is anyone still fighting?
No? Oh, except that he's going to kill this man.
You don't know that.
Okay, sure.
With his
Edward
brain.
is complying. Yeah.
Someone who knows who is killing this man.
You don't know that.
We certainly don't know that. He's just whimpering while Maya and Koloth beat him up. Maya is just running this place.
Alright. So, in that case, since Edward is doing a kind of a side-out thing right now, I'm going to go ahead and end this combat. I will give
Wow,
Edward
nice.
the chance to continue his assault. You will have probably 2 more attacks before you get under null gas again.
That by all means.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's do that.
Question for you, DM. Can I roll like an insight check or anything to figure out what the hell is going on here?
In what regard?
This motherfucker looking at him with malicious intent after staring at him nonstop for like 10 minutes.
I'm just staring at him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. So he made a 13 on that, so it's just enough of
Then
that.
nothing will happen
Okay.
if he makes a
Oh.
save.
Then we don't actually care unless he starts taking more damage again.
Okay.
We don't know what's happening. We only know his brain is doing a hurdy.
I love how
He's just clutching his head.
Edward is willing to absolutely just kill that man.
He went after Callum. And look, I view it as more of a kind of instinctual thing. Like he's in the man's
That's
brain.
not instinctual. Once you've been in there for multiple rounds.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is like first time, basically, right?
It's first time. Bert, you don't know. It's paladin, stay in your lane.
Okay, I say as the former aberrant Sork. Go up, King.
Yeah, look, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm new at this. And he's gonna live through this. Mark my words.
Okay.
Because you already saved against the first one.
Okay. So, in review, this chaos has ended, but a new chaos as the guards begin to retake control of the situation begins. I'm going to start with what happens for Callum. This officer is going to yell, I have a breach! I have a breach! Cast her out! I saw him that way! He's going to point up the wall where the spider's already scared away. He's like, he turned into a spider! I saw it! As many more, they get null gas back out, but it's too late. It's too late. So the facility sounds an alarm for a prisoner out of containment, a caster, as people begin the search for Callum. Edward.
Yes.
Another corrections officer with null gas approaches you. They check that your handcuffs are still on. They see that you are complying and that you're not violent.
Yep.
You're taken back into custody. No harm, no foul. You're given a stern warning. You're not sure what for, maybe just being in vicinity of what went down. Carmen. You threw some punches, but amidst all the chaos, no one seems to really care. As far as I can tell, you're unarmed. You didn't attack a guard. You didn't injure anyone seriously. You're taken back into custody. Want to get a stern warning as you're thrown back in with the rest of the rabble. Well, all that's fine. Koloth.
Yeah.
Time to go back into solitary, my guy.
I didn't. Yeah.
They find you. They get the situation under control. They saw you put down the officer's weapon. They used to attack the man. You are no stranger to being ill-treated by these officers, given certain discriminations against certain species. You already saw the writing on the wall before they approached you. Several of them tackled you, and they began hauling you out. You are being brought towards the isolation ward. Maya, an officer, informs the rest what you've done. Now, granted, there is a bit of a kerfuffle of people not disbelieving that you were able to disarm him, as you did so, apparently easily. However, given the circumstances, you are also, for the first time, going to be brought to the isolation ward.
No. Oh. Should have kept your nose clean, Carmen.
Maya.
Me? Which one?
Maya.
Yeah, what's wrong with Carmen's nose?
Oh, wait, no. I wanted her to get in
clean.
isolation.
No, Carmen's
fine. Carmen's fine.
You know what? That's fair. Maya does deserve to get thrown in isolation. I just wanted Carmen to get thrown in there, too, because of the sus.
What did I do wrong, fucker?
You're staring at me for no reason. Undeserved.
You're a fucking mage!
I've done nothing but sit here in the sand.
He just has really beautiful, intense eyes.
Yeah. I don't know why you're
That's press X to doubt, but okay.
Look, you've done nothing but shower praise on Callum, who turned into a spider.
How cool is that, actually? It's really.
We didn't know he could do that, actually, so that is actually pretty cool.
Alright.
Is this what you wanted, Trent? I don't know what you wanted.
There's no pleasing you.
So
I'm sorry, did you want me to like your creepy magic? No. Your creepy magic that you attempted to use to get me put in solitary? Fuck
I
you.
haven't done shit against you. I haven't done shit.
So
Calling my magic creepy and you haven't fucking seen it.
Maya and Koloth, you both are escorted away down deep into the lower levels of the old fortress, down narrow flights of stony stairs. Koloth, you've been here before. I think this is Maya's first time. Down here, the darkness feels so deep and so complete. It's almost like it's fighting against the old gas lamps that are installed into the walls. The lower you go, the colder you get, and your ears begin to pop as you descend below the sea itself. This is the one part of Morgato that needed no cells to be installed, as it was already a prison. This part was a dungeon for captives of the old Dwarven kingdom. The guards take you each to individual cells. Will you stay for the rest of the day and the night? Beyond that, who knows? You'll be kept in a stony hollow with a heavy iron door. It is damp and icy, and your only accommodation is a singular bucket. And the door closes and shuts you into the dark, the complete darkness. And that is where we will end this session.